Yo, what's up, Sorrow? How's it going? How's it going for everyone? Welcome to the stream. I was just chilling for a minute. I'm like a minute or two late. That's fine, no biggie. Back to the grind on Arceus. And now, for anyone who's wondering or out the loop, although I doubt you're going to be here at first from me here, they already announced that there's a new Pokemon game coming out next year. Pokemon Legends ZA. So I'm imagining that it's going to be something to do with Zygarde, and maybe Az will show up, which could be interesting. I think a lot of people were expecting a Unova title. I don't know how disappointed or happy people are with it, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Game Freak title, and you know what that means. You're going to be disappointed on some level. But I mean, until then, I mean, I'm happy for potentially a new Legends game. However, they do say that this one will take place entirely within Lumio City. I don't know how much I feel about that. Unless they expand it, like, you know, way bigger. I think that's going to be kind of a weird game to have, but whatever. Especially when you know that there's tons of other places to go in the Kalos region. I don't know. I haven't been here in like a year. It's crazy to think about. Well, welcome back. I appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping by. Whatever drew you back to the streams, I appreciate it. I respect it. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. Yeah, don't worry. If there's any streams or anything that I've done that might interest you, by all means, it's wait, where's my controller? It's all archived, so you get to take your pick. That's the glory of having YouTube over just only Twitch, right? I mean, like, honestly, I don't even see how people could do only Twitch and even sometimes only YouTube. It's nice to use them both in conjunction, I would say, personally. Why is this not showing up like it should? Hang on. Why is this not showing up? Because it's glitched. Okay, very nice. I fixed it. Alright, let me get Arceus. And then we could begin. Apparently there's also a raid out for Pokemon Violet. I'm not going to rush to do that today. It's going to be there until the 5th. So, no worries. I don't have to, stress myself out. Oh my god, I have to do the Pokemon raid today. No, I'm not doing that. I'm tired. I will be the first to admit that I am tired, so. Alright. I mean, I'm tired, and then I'm going to go play Arceus. So, again, maybe the priorities are a little bit bass-ackwards on that, but whatever. It is what it is. Alright. I guess I could turn this off, since I don't need a fan and the window open. Okay. Just stopping by. I have work early, so bye. Yep, have a good one, Sorrow. No worries. You have a good rest of your week, and hopefully I'll see you again. Have a good one, man. Alright. Let's get cracking. Wait, where am I? Why am I here? Okay. So how about that Pokemon Presents? I didn't watch it. I just saw the news. What do you want me to say? Oh no, Pokemon might actually do something for once, guys. They might not rush out a game out of nowhere because they want to get another game out by the end of the year. Wow, they might put in a little bit of quality. Oh no, anyway. I guess. Why Kalos? I don't know. Does anyone really want Unova remakes? I mean, people do, but this is like a perfect example of Monkey's Paw. Like, of course you want Unova remakes, but you know they're going to be bad. So why would you want Unova? Like why would you want... Again, until they prove that they can make quality games, why care? Why immediately get invested? Some people are like, oh my god, they did it again. Like, what did they do? Release another game that's inferior? So we can melt down about how Power World is going to destroy Pokemon and why they need to be stopped? Like, I don't know. Let's see if the game is any good first, and then we can talk about whether or not it's, amazing or whatever. Again, that's the difference between how a game makes you feel versus how a game is. Like, is it good? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I guess we have to see, so... I have to go defeat Gliscor. I'm going to use Revile. And honestly, Ash, I think you put way too much stock in Johto. I don't think they care that much about Johto. I don't think they care that much about the old regions at all, period. So I think you put way too much stock in them doing anything with Johto. It's interesting that they kind of rumored a little bit of Unova with the tweets that they released like a week or two ago. But I mean, like, it doesn't matter. Who knows? It's gonna be a year before we even see this shit anyway, which is, unfortunately, in the case of Pokemon, actually a good thing for once. So, I'm totally okay with it. As a writer for Pokemon, it's really important to me. I ain't putting stock in it as much as I need canon stuff to build on. But their canon's ass. They don't care about it anymore. So, like, I don't know. I wish you the best of luck. I was like, what the fuck? Where's Twitter? Maybe if I unmute. Oh, I'm here. Yeah. Now be careful with that mute button. Alright, Viv, what language? Sauce me. What do we need for this thing? Just a knockout? Alright, I have to distract it with items. So this is gonna go about as well as you expect. Game is loud, I'm not. Oh, okay, my bad. That's because I have a different setting for recording. Thank you very much. So let's see. Is this should maybe be better. I'm gonna lower it a little more. And then, I mean, I don't even understand. OBS is weird like that. Hello, Universal Republic. Welcome. Hopefully that's a little bit better. It might be a little too low, but whatever, it is what it is. Okay. It's Polish. Okay. Perfect. Alright, sounds good. See, when I record, it's different. Usually the volume is too low, but it's always different. Finding that volume, that perfect blend, depending on what game you play, is always a little difficult. Alright, no worries. You know that Pokemon ZA already has a category on Twitch? I actually kind of half thought about streaming in it. Oh god, now this thing's gonna come over here. Alright, thank you. Alright. You're using a video capture card or it shall not be set on stream. What? Oh no, this is not emulated. No. This is legit. This is the legitimate Switch console, 100%. Yeah, no, this is not emulation. Don't worry, I'm not modding the game. I would never do such a dirty thing as using an emulator for Nintendo games. At least not any that they plan to sell. Unbelievable. A bunch of clowns. I saw that they sued those people. See, like, on one hand, it is kind of fucked, and it is fucked. But on the other hand, I at least will say, like, dude, the Switch is kind of their main console. Like, I'm not gonna say they totally should have seen this coming, but they are still actively selling Switch games. So, like, I don't know. I think it sets a bad precedent, so ultimately I would side with the emulator people. But, like, I don't know. I feel like some company someday was going to do this. Like, why are they, especially console makers, like, why are they going to sit around and let people emulate the console that's actively out? Like, even if you don't think it's worth the money, it is still the product that they are handling right now, right? Like, if you want to emulate to keep the games alive and relevant that are no longer sold anywhere, that's one thing. I feel like that's kind of almost an obligation, right? Like, you know, like so many movies just don't exist today because, you know, they just didn't care to archive any of it. They just threw the fucking reels in a fucking closet somewhere, and then who knows if they're any good, you know, 100 years later. But yeah, on my Switch, I don't pirate games, just make the console look cool. Yeah, and that is a thing I do think, like, we should have on consoles. Like, imagine this. The Switch is a 7-year-old console. There's only 2 different profiles, light and dark. They never added any profiles at all. Like, imagine if it was like the PS4 where you have Spyro in the background, or the PS5 where it'll show you something in the background. This never changed. It's been 7 years. This never changed at all. Yeah, imagine if you had an XMB for Nintendo games. Like, that would be dope. That is definitely a missed opportunity that they never sought to correct. And unfortunately, yeah, it's unfortunate. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate. You get my point. They just never corrected it. They never did anything differently, so... It sucks. I wish that they had, but they did not. So, alright, we're going to try to finish Electrovire. I just wanted to really quickly come over here for some reason. Let me turn up the volume on my headset. Well, not too loud. I need to hear if a shiny spawns, that's why. But yeah, I don't know. I liked how the PSP and the PS3 had that nice XMB, and then they just didn't bring it back at all for, what was it, for the PS4. I emulate old Nintendo games, not sold anymore. How was that a controversial opinion? Listen, my line for emulation is this. If they sell it, and it's at a reasonable price, which, again, that's so subjective. But if they sell it, I feel like it's like, okay, let's support them, right? They're doing the right thing. We want to show them that this is something they should do. If they don't sell it, bro, then fuck it. Like, what do they care? If they cared so much to make money off of it, then they should have it available for you to buy. And now that the Wii U eShop is done, like, you can't even pretend to buy any of this stuff. So yeah, at that point, yeah, I think that's totally fine. Like, if there's no version of the game available readily, like, yeah, I totally agree with it. I'm not like sponsored. I don't answer to Nintendo. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if they wanted to have it, like, first of all, I don't like the subscription model. That's me personally, though. Like, I think subscription models are a terrible idea. Obviously, from a business perspective, it's a great idea, but I hate subscriptions. I personally do not like them. So for me, I like to just be able to buy the things I want, and that's it. I don't want to subscribe to a service every month. You know what I mean? Like, I know I bought a lot of games on the Wii U, but I'm gonna be fair, I only bought, like, the games initially that I really cared about. Everything else is kind of like, eh. If it's there, cool. If not, whatever, right? But yeah, if they cared enough about emulation, then they would make it available. You know, Power Wash Simulator, there's a 40K. Yeah, I saw that. You could power wash your 40K armor. Nintendo hardware banned my console because I have a repair done. They use a non-Nintendo official screen. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. A screen. A screen. That's why I made sure I went through Nintendo for my thing. But yeah, that's kind of fucked. I won't even front. Chestnut seems to be the official counter to a Venusaur raid. Sure, maybe we'll do it this weekend. I don't know. What stream am I gonna stiff over to play Pokemon raiding? I have no idea. So I'll see. I saw that lasts until the 5th. So we have plenty of time. It's not like it's going anywhere. Alright. Yeah, that sucks. I know maybe you weren't around for my Switch when it was having problems, but my Switch was fucked up. The battery was like exploding out the back. So for me, that was kind of like a whole saga all on its own. It was like, what the hell's gonna, like, you know, like, what the fuck? Yeah. We're gonna porting Elder Scrolls Oblivion to the Switch. They don't have it on, right? They only have Skyrim, I think. I think so. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't like Oblivion. So, like, for me personally, it's not an L. I've never liked Oblivion. I bought it, I remember thinking, oh, this will be cool. This is that game everyone talks about. I remember being legitimately bored out of my mind, but yeah. I was not having fun with that, I'll tell you that much. I don't know, like, for me, I don't like to mod because a lot of times you have to know what mods you have and what you have to load and stuff. I don't know, it's just more upkeep. I just like putting a game in and playing. Like, there's very few games I actively mod. In the case of Counter-Strike, you just download the mods and then the game calls them, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else for it. I would like to say I spent over 9,000 hours in Oblivion. I mean, that, damn, alright. Huge fan over here. Meanwhile, I couldn't even play Oblivion for 9 hours. I don't think I've ever played that long. Until the Skyrim playthrough about a year ago, I was legitimately... Wait, when was the Skyrim playthrough? That was like August or something, right? I don't even remember. Well, until the Skyrim playthrough, like, I've never been a big Elder Scrolls fan. It's just not my type of fantasy. But yeah, I remember that. Maybe retry it. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna play Oblivion, but I'm gonna go back and play the Elder Scrolls DLC first for Skyrim, and the Fallout 4 DLC. I don't know if it's fire. I mean, maybe at a higher level it's more fire, but Oblivion has like that weird leveling system. It's got like the lockpick system that's like really janky and really annoying to deal with. It's got a lot of things that just kind of make it not very fun in my opinion. The dialogue system that, I mean, I guess if you want a game that's unique, how many other games even play like Oblivion when Oblivion was new? Like none. Those are all old systems that they got rid of and changed in future games. So lucky for me, Fallout 3 does not play anywhere near like Oblivion, for what it's worth. It's kind of crazy to think they used to release a game like that every 2 years. And obviously they had alternating teams, but like nowadays, like what, they took them years to make Starfield. It's going to take them another couple of years to make Elder Scrolls 6. And then it's going to take them another couple of years after that to make Fallout 5. So yeah, I don't know. Good thing you did not stream. I was offline through the magic of tree on power line. That's funny. I mean, it's not. I'm glad you have your power back, though. Oh, we're doing both. We're doing Dawnbreaker or whatever and the Dragonborn DLC. We're doing both DLCs. Now, when we're going to do it, I could not tell you at this exact moment. However, I can tell you that we will be doing it. I just need to get through some of the games I'm streaming right now, and I also need to make progress on some of the playthroughs I'm making as well. So, like, tomorrow I'm finishing Tears of the Kingdom. For sure, 100%, it's happening. I won't be able to finish Prince of Persia. I can tell you right now, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, which is totally fine. I'm not, like, mad about it or anything. It's a good game. So, that's going to take a little bit extra time. Rebirth will probably show up on Friday, if not Saturday, and we're going to play that as soon as it comes in. What else? Oh, Lord. What else? I forget. Sorry, I'm very tired. I won't even front. I did not sleep well last night. See, yesterday I took a nap, and that's bad because it delayed my sleep schedule a little bit. So I woke up today, I didn't get a lot of sleep. Tonight I'm probably going to bed. I'm gonna clock out, bro. Midnight, I'm probably done. I'm cooked. So that's exactly why I'm playing Arceus today, because if nothing happens on an Arceus stream, who cares, right? Like, that's kind of the whole point. If nothing happens on an Arceus stream, nothing of value was lost, right? Oh, I forgot there was even an outbreak going on. Oops. Starfield was extremely disappointing. See, I like the idea of Starfield, but, like, again, this is my big rant about it from the several hours of it that I played. How much content is too much content, if that makes sense, right? Like, I think Starfield has a lot of content. I think the problem is that not a lot of it is meaningful, if that makes sense, right? Like, yeah, you could fly around and explore, like, a dozen different areas and a dozen planets, and you could just do that for the rest of your life. But do you really just want to land on a random generated, you know, patch of whatever? Like, no, I'd rather, you know, land on something that's been curated, well done. Does it mean I get to explore the entire fucking planet? Of course not, right? No harm, no foul, that's okay. And I think that's what Mass Effect 1 excels at. Because it had limitations, in my opinion, Mass Effect 1 was a much better game. Now, Starfield was just, I don't know, man. I think it's a fine game. It's just a very time-consuming one. Yeah, loading screens. Yeah, the fact that you can't fly between planets makes the game feel very disjointed. Now remember, I only played about 10 hours, 14 hours. It felt very disjointed. I didn't even really get much story done because I was like, oh, I want to go off and explore. You really kind of can't. You know, like, the fact that you can't fly between planets was such a buzzkill. That was a swing and a miss. Yeah, so whatever. I will go back and finish it at some point. Maybe I'll just bulldoze the story like I would have done back in the day on a playthrough I really didn't like. I mean, I would hate to do that because, you know, like, I want to say, like, hey, maybe it's got some good stuff to it. But I don't know, like, I played it, it just felt like doing a bunch of busy work. I just didn't really enjoy it as much, I guess. Like, I guess now it's been long enough, I think I can admit that, like, the game has been out, what, 7 months? You know, like, it just wasn't doing it for me, personally. Yeah, we can fly between places. There's a lot of detail and scenes in each one. Yeah, but like then I guess the question becomes, well, how much is too much, right? Like, do you want to have a game with 100 different cities? Like, what does that add? You know, like, is that meaningful content? Like, I personally want to have the conversation about how much is too much, right? Like, I'd rather have a full, like, you know, I don't want to say nebula, but like a full area of curated, well-done maps. They're all unique. They're not just cookie-cutter, automatically generated, right? Like, I'd rather have that than what we have with Starfield, which is just like, hey, you just land on a place. Who cares if anything cool is here or whatever? Oh, Star Wars? I don't know. It's meaningful no matter what? I don't know about that one. It's Star Wars. It'll probably be bad no matter what, honestly. Thing over here. You can just look up the good stuff and just do that. I mean, yeah, maybe. But like I said, I have no desire to return to Starfield at the moment. I might return to it maybe later if there's downtime and like nothing's really out, which will happen. But like, am I really rushing to go play Starfield again? Not really. I'm just being honest. No one asked me to continue playing it, really. I feel like everyone here would probably rather I play something else. So I guess it's just not happening. So, oh well. It's a little bit annoying too, because I want to be on the ground floor for that, obviously, right? Like, oh, here's the brand new Bethesda game. You know, you're not behind like with Skyrim and Fallout and all these other games, you know, like you're on the ground floor, right? You're not missing anything. Red Dead Redemption 1 on the Switch was fun to play. Yeah, but they didn't change anything about it. So for me, it was like, all right, well, I'll just play Red Dead Redemption 1 on the PS3. The only reason it would have been advantageous to have the Switch version is because my PS3 is like fucked, like it overheats or something. I don't even know what's wrong with it. It just fucking locks up. So I don't even know. Something's wrong with my PS3, but that's not Red Dead's fault. I don't know why they thought they were like, hey, we're not gonna have a PC version, right? For the people who've been asking for it for like 12, 13 years, we're not gonna have any. You know, we're not gonna make it 60 FPS. We're not gonna upscale it. It's just going to be Red Dead 1 as it would have been back in 2010 on modern consoles. And I don't even know if it has a PS5 patch. I think it's just PS4 and Switch. It just felt like a lazy way to pump it out, man. My PS3 is in a PC case and it's water-cooled, and I don't know why. I mean, I could tell you why, because the damn thing overheats. That's probably as good of a reason as any, right? The damn thing overheats. I'm gonna water cool it. Like, shit, I can't blame you for that. My PS3, if you play for like an hour, it overheats. It's like, okay, well then what's the point? I can't play anything in an hour. It just locks up. It even happened on the Red Dead playthrough. Oh yeah, the PS3 has amazing games. It's just really hard to get a working PS3. That's the hard part. The PS3 has an amazing library. Even of exclusives, it's got an amazing library. But that's the caveat, is you have to have a PS3 that works. Whether it's a disc laser that's fucking up or something, you have to have a PS3 that is at least functional. And in my case, I just don't. So there's not really much I could do about it. There's tons of games I want to play on the PS3. I'm literally buying some now. and I just don't have a PS3 that works. I have to fix the PS3, and I have to change the hard drive in the PS4 I'm gonna replace. So like, I got a lot of stuff to do. I have an old PS3 I bought from a yard sale, and it still works amazing still. I wish I was that lucky. This PS3 was a gift. It was a gift from a family member, and now it doesn't work. And more than anything, it's just the fact that I'm sentimental about it that kind of bothers me, you know? It's like, what the fuck? My GameCube still works. And my GameCube is legitimately like 23 years old now. I've had that GameCube since I was in first grade. Like dead ass, first grade. I remember I got it early. I wanted to, see, the funny story is I wanted to get an N64. But my mom was like, no, we're going to get you a GameCube because it's new. And I was like, why would I want that? You know, like, I don't want the new, like, you know, obviously me being like 5 or 6, I'm like, why would I want that? I want the console that has all the games on it. Literal life-altering decision. Bring into a shop for a cleaning. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I mean, like I said, I'm sure there's no shortage of cleaning in New York. It's just, you know, I gotta pay money for that. Who knows how much it'll cost? Could be $100 to fix a PS3, and I just don't have the money for it. There's $100. I already bought a new one anyway, so I might as well just use the new one. I actually have 3 PS3s, and 2 of them don't work, so. Took mine $10. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. See, but what if it's like an actual problem with the console? Like, I'm gonna have to... Well, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna remove the hard drive out of it, right? Which is fair. And then once I remove the hard drive, I'm gonna put it in the other PS3 I just bought. And then that way, whatever happens, it's not like my personal info's on the console, right? I'll just, you know, dump it in, say, hey man, what's going on with this thing? I play it, it turns off after an hour and a half. You know all the bells and whistles. But you have to find a console repair guy. And I don't know, I just haven't looked. I just said I'll just buy another one and just see what happens, so. You know how to open it, just open it, clean it out. I'd rather not do that. My friend is good with that, but not me. And I'm not taking it to his house because he lives pretty far out the way. But yeah, I'll figure it out. It's not like it's broken, it turns on, it runs fine. It just, after an hour and a half, it just locks up. And it's... I mean, I don't even know if it's hot, per se. It's just like, oh, I guess it froze, it overheated. It gives no warning for it, it just does it. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Hopefully by the end of this year. But like I said, it's not very high on the priority list. There's a lot of other things that's higher on the priority list. Like fixing up this old computer, or, you know, other things like that. Like, there's a lot of other things I'm a little bit more interested in doing than that, so. Fixing up this old computer, getting a better laptop. Like, there's just a couple other things that would benefit me more in the long run. Oops. Than, doing that. I think Shellos is part water, right? I think. Huh. Oh, nice. I'm going to have a heart attack? What happened? I just searched up your issue and found a Reddit post. I was on Reddit a little bit, but I don't know, I don't really remember. I tried some of the fixes, it didn't work, so. Sometimes Reddit situations and fixes are hit or miss. Some guy told him to vacuum the motherboard. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. I'll leave it to these dudes. Ideally, if they fuck up my PS3, I get my money back or something, and like I get paid a little bit for it or whatever. I don't even want to touch motherboards, bro. Like, yes, I did help, although it was 90% my friend searched for 2. I did assist in him building my old computer. That's because he knows how to do it. That man is smart. Smart as fuck. But, like, I don't do that anymore. Yeah, no thank you. Yeah, the static electricity shit, bro, I'm good. I'm alright. I'm not about to sit here and like try to pontificate over if I'm causing static shocks on a nano level. I'm good. That's too much effort for me. That's what I pay people for. And that way if they fuck it up, I get money back. But hey, listen, that computer worked perfectly fine, alright? Searcher 2 did an amazing job. I even upgraded this stuff. Searcher 2 did a god-tier job with it. The only thing that happened is the graphics card burnt out after years of use. I had that graphics card from 2016 to 2022, and it just burnt the fuck out. It was destined to happen someday. I make PCs too. Oh, sweet! Yo, that's lit. That's a real skill. Being able to be handy and stuff like that. Like, I just don't like to open them up. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just not for me. You know, it's actually gonna be kind of fucked. Apparently, it's gonna get to like 60s in New York this week, so it's gonna be pretty hot in here. Sounds like I need a GPU riser. Maybe, or maybe it's just burnt out. Like literally, the story was I was raiding on 14. I come back. Right? Like, I went out to go get, like, something to drink. I smelled something burning. I'm like, huh. Something burning in the kitchen. I went out. I come back. GPU, like my screens are off. And I'm like, huh? You know, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, something's burning. I came back, and I was like, huh? What's going on here? So I just said the GPU burned out. It was a 1080 Ti. Like, it was the third best graphics card on the market when I got it, I believe. And I was just, oh, shit! Oh, my God! Dude. Fucking finally. Alright, hold on. I have to do this correctly. I need to, hold on real quick. Defeat with ground type moves. Okay. Put everything else on hold. This is way more important. Get up. Get the fuck up, dude. Dead power supply cable, we gotta replace those. I mean, considering that I could smell, like, burning... You know the smell of, like, burning electronics? Considering I could smell that, I'm willing to just believe it was just the GPU burnt out. I don't think there was anything I could have done to save it. 7 years of constant use, like, yeah, it's probably done. Like, it just kicked the bucket one day. Yeah, it was... Maybe if I left it plugged in, it probably would have started to smoke. I just didn't. I just was like, oh, shit. And I turned off my computer, and that was it. I never turned it back on. And, like, honestly, like, at this point, I would upgrade it. The only thing I kept, really, was the case. Like, everything else... I mean, the motherboard's still in there, right? Because I like the motherboard. Or, well, I just never took it out, is what I should say. Right? Like, that's the only thing I left in there. Like, if I were to, you know, go somewhere now and go down to Micro Center or someplace, I would be like, listen, can we use the case? I like the case. The case is good. And then I would just try to fix up the case and try to fix up the computer based on that. That's it. Everything else I'd replace. So GPU, CPU, motherboard, you know, RAM, power supply, all of that would just be replaced, period. I would just outright replace all of it. Why? Because it's all... Well, first of all, I took out, like, half of it. Like I said, the GPU was literally, like, smoking. It smelled burnt. So I was like, I'm taking it out. It's a fire hazard. Like, I don't know what's going on with it. Like, I'm done with it. I got tons of usage out of it. I got 7 years of gaming out of that fucker. 6.5 years. No, actually, it was more like 6 years to the dot. Yeah. So, yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, it's done. It's no biggie. And now, hopefully, when I get my tax refund and everything, like, I will be able to at least partially start saving up to fix up this new computer. You'd have to replace the Mobo. Oh, I'm replacing everything. CPU, everything. It's all going bye-bye. I just left it in there because I just took out the GPU and a couple other things, and I was like, that's it. I took out my hard drives, and I had them put them in this computer, and that was it. I was like, all right, cool. Done. And I bought a couple more SSDs. The only thing I didn't do with this computer was I did not change out the default storage drive, and I'm just lazy and I don't want to do it myself. Like, I know it's not that difficult, but yeah, I just want to use the case. Yeah, I don't want to everything else about it done. I don't care. It's gonna get taken out. Yeah, 100%. The only other thing I took out and saved was the Elgato capture card. I think I have it right over here. Yeah. So I bought a new one, which is a 4K one. That's the one you're looking at right now. But this one right here in my hand, HD60 Pro, it's a little bent. I mean, like, I could ask him to put it back in, but is it worth it? Should I just pay a little bit extra money and just get another one? I don't know. That's the only other thing I would add into it. But, like, I haven't even looked at computer parts. I don't even know how much it's going to cost. It'll probably run me, like, $2,000, $3,000. But whatever. Like, just to have a backup computer and something I could use on the side from time to time, it pays for itself. You know, like, having a backup just in case. It is what it is. That's all. And I'll just have... I just go down to Micro Center. I just tell the dudes, like, hey... this is what I want to put in. I'm literally going to ask him. I'm going to consult him. I'm going to be like, listen, this is an old case, right? Can we even fit stuff in it? You know what I mean? Like, if we could fit stuff in it, great. If not, then, you know, I'll ask them to dispose of it. Yeah. Something really funny is people are so scared touching their PC stuff when you can unplug it. I don't do that. I'm good. If I fuck it up, bro, that's a lot of money. I only let people who actually know what they're doing fuck around with my stuff like that. And the reason why is because if they fuck it up, I'm under warranty. If I fuck it up, it's over. Like, I gotta pay for something new. I'm not doing that. That's too much money. Only let people fuck around with your stuff when it's on their dime if they mess it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So, it's no biggie. It just sucks. Most of my computers are old. Or they're garbage. Not really much I could do about that either, so. Alright, here we go. Alright, we have to find these Magnemites and we have to defeat them, so. Here's hoping Magnemites even spawn in the first place. There you go. Alright, we only have to defeat this thing. We don't have to defeat all these other ones. All good. Parts go by size. Okay, it's not even small, I don't think. I think it was pretty big when it was new, so I think I'll be fine. It's more really just getting the money together. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's really the struggle, is getting together a couple $1,000s just to build up a PC. Like that's really the actual struggle with it. Okay. Like, everything else is just gonna fall into place, you know, like... Okay. Well, there are a couple thousand. I mean, I don't know, just in case I want a bunch of stuff in it. I don't know. If not, it's all good. I mean, maybe it'll cost less. Listen, I should just save up money anyway, alright? Just giving a general rule, I guess. What are you planning to do on it? It's a spare. In case anything ever happens to this one. Again, this is a total want purchase. This is not necessary. It's just something I want to do. Just in case. I want to have a computer on the side in case something happens. All I have to do is move stuff around, swap it out. Boom, we're still in business. Because let me tell you, when I did not have a computer and I wasn't sure where I was going to get the money to figure out how to get this computer back together, bro, that was the most depressed I think I've been in a long while, bro. $900 tops. I mean, listen. If it's $900 tops, all good. I'm not trying to put like a 40-70 or something in it. I'll gladly take like a 30 or less. 30-60 even. I don't even know. That's what I mean. I haven't even looked. I'll consult Surge through 2, right? And then I'll consult my wallet, and then I'll figure out from there, right? Like that's the primary goal. All right. Well, we got 3 done, so we have to do at least 5 of these. Man, I miss getting shinies in these, but I also don't mind them not getting shinies from these because, like, it is a little nerve-wracking. If you fuck it up, there's no room for error. Because you cannot save scum space-times. Oh, I saw red? I thought that was a red Skuntank. Scared the shit out of me, man. My Eevee luck is bad, but I mean, then random stuff will happen and I'll get like a really good Eevee. Yeah, I'll look into it. It's just, I know that the Elgato is going to run me at least a couple hundred. That was not a cheap part by any measure. That was pretty expensive. Okay. Let me copy this. I'm not gonna promise that I'm gonna stick to it, but I'm gonna take your advice as someone who knows exactly what you're talking about. Okay, 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is good. Gen 10 i5. I don't even know what I have in this thing, but I'm assuming that the i5 at this point is so good it's like having an i7 or something from like a couple computing generations back, right? Again, I haven't really followed a whole bunch of like computer talk and stuff in a while, so I'm very much out of it. You could probably run circles around me. I mean, hey, if I can level it up, totally fine. Yeah, I don't know. Again, once I get my tax refund, I'll be able to make a more educated estimate, I guess, for lack of a bit. And then I also have to pay for car fare to there and from. Like, I know that doesn't really sound like a big deal, but again, it's New York City, so like it's gonna be a lot, especially with rush hour traffic and shit. That is one thing I will also have to do. Is like, yeah, I'm gonna have to pay a little bit extra just to be able to get it to and from Micro Center, which is annoying, but what can you do? I don't know. I've never been an AMD guy. I've always been an Intel. Do I have any like stick up my ass about AMD? No, I just have always had Intel. Like that's it. It's nothing else. Better performance from way cheaper. So what the hell is going on with Intel then? Oh, you mean GPUs? Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say that. What the hell's going on with Intel? Oh shit! Look at this. Dude, this game is really nice looking on like a very basic level. Like this, it's really colorful. I will give it that. Yeah, this crazy orb of doom in the background. It's very nice looking. But yeah, just pray that I'm able to swap out the hard drive on my PS4, okay? That's the next objective that's gonna have to occur. Listen, just pray for me on that, okay? Nah, I've already done that before. That was easy. I did it on my other PS4, the one I have right now. I'm intentionally retiring this PS4 before it breaks down, because it's a PT PS4. And plus, it'll be good to have a PS4 Pro with all the games I play and shit, right? Like, I have so many PS4 games to play for the rest of eternity. I might as well just play it, you know, and just upgrade to a PS4 Pro. Like, why wouldn't I, right? 4 screws and a cable, yeah. Yeah, it's not that bad. Once I remember with the PS3, you could swap the hard drives out of one PS3 into another. And I was like, oh god, is this gonna be easy? It was very easy. The only thing that was hard was like initially screwing that final screw off was a little bit difficult because it had never been screwed off. After that, it was easy. Like it was just like, all right, well, do I have a tray? They actually lost my package, by the way. I ordered another PS3 like hard drive tray. It flat out never came in. Like they shipped it and it just never showed up. It was like a week or it was like a month later. I told Amazon, bro, this never showed up. This literally did not show up ever, and it still has not shown up to this day. So I don't know if it was a scam or if it just legitimately just got lost. I don't know. I actually ordered my friend a copy of Pikmin 1 and 2, the Switch collection. I ordered that for my friend. I was like, yo, I want you to play these. Obviously it was a Christmas present, right? So I ordered it for him, and I was like, oh, you know, I got you a present. Don't worry, whatever, cool. And then like, at first it was like it will be there on December 27th. I was like, okay, sure. I know I was a little late, fine. Then they said December 29th. I was like, okay, sure, all right. I think it was snowing or bad weather, cool, whatever, sure. And then it was like, all right, January 3rd. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. And then it was like January 7th. And then it was like January 13th. And then they just updated it before it even got to that, and they just said, yeah, your package is lost. We have no idea where it is. I was like, bruh, what? I was like, give me my money back then. And I got my money back. Amazon's good about that. I was like, bro, this shit never showed up. I'm over here like, bro, you still haven't gotten it? I was like, damn, dude. Like, what's going on? Yeah, good times. But listen, I'm excited for it. Yeah, watch it show up someday. No, it's not showing up. Dude, I ordered that back in like September, October, or some shit. The tray. That was right after the Red Dead playthrough, which ended in like January, or in like July or something. I'm sorry, in August. August or like early September, I was playing Red Dead 1 for the channel, so yeah. Amazon really be giving you 100 gift cards? I mean, they didn't give me that. They gave me my money back. That's all I was looking for. And like, I order a lot of stuff from Amazon. Like, I'm in the process of collecting a lot of used games. Now, granted, I'm going to slow down a bit because, like I said, I want to buy other things. But a lot of the things that I'm buying are like, you know, ancient games from like eBay, Amazon, Mercari, GameStop. Shit, even Best Buy. I was actually saying yesterday, or was it a couple weeks ago, I was like, damn, I never got the latest Dark Pictures game. Oh, by the way, dude, I was like, hey, I didn't get the last Dark Pictures game. And then I realized, hey, I also never bought The Quarry. So literally like 3 days ago, I bought The Quarry and The Devil Within Me, right? And now, not even like yesterday, Supermassive Games is like, yeah, we're having layoffs. And now today, Sony is like, yeah, we're having layoffs. So Microsoft is having layoffs, Sony's having layoffs, and tons of companies are having layoffs. Sega's having layoffs. It's pure recession fuel. We are completely fucked. No one will say that, but like, we are completely fucked. It's so like unbelievable that I was like, dude, where's the next Dark Pictures game? It was usually their yearly releases. For some reason they weren't. Now it's like, oh, well, by the way, we're having layoffs. It's like, I guess that's it then. Like, what do you want me to say? Now they're going to be super delayed. They're going to have less people to work with, so who knows if the quality will be there. And that's not even to shit on them, right? It's like, you know, they lay off however many people. It's like, fuck. Sony is laying off people at Guerrilla Games, which is the Horizon studio. They're laying off Naughty Dog employees, Insomniac employees. And I really just want to say, like, it's because they price games too high. Games, you know, listen, I know gamers never want to be told, yeah, we have to dial the graphics back, but like, dude, I don't know. I'm sure they're fucking up somewhere with how they allocate money. But like, if y'all are gonna charge, or, you know, pay $80 million for Ratchet and Clank, you're spending too much, bro. You're doing too much. Something's wrong there. Ratchet and Clank should not be $80 million. That's insanity. Horizon 3 might get pushed back, yeah, I mean, unfortunately. They just announced it today. I was like, that's it. Greatness awaits, except for the people that got fired. The bread lines await. Now, obviously, that's a little bit of a shitty joke, but it's like, dude, what the fuck are they doing at Sony, man? Like, how are they fucking this up so badly? Like, why can't y'all just make 10 million, 20 million, like, platformers? Does Ratchet and Clank need to have ridiculous graphics? No. It's just, I think a lot of gamers are really... He tail whipped me. Like, actually. I don't know. I just think a lot of people are very much like, no, we must have the most ridiculous graphics, guys. And if we can't, like, then the game sucks. Like, I think that that's a complete... It's complete fuckery. Okay, we're getting the glitch now, by the way. It's complete fuckery, and it does not need to be that way at all. I would happily take a $40 million Ratchet & Clank game if it means that that extra $40 million they don't waste, you know, they break even or whatever. Because Ratchet & Clank lost them like $8 million. Rift Apart, supposedly, according to the Insomniac leaks. So it's like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, how are you losing money? Like, how is that even possible? How are you losing money? And it's just because they're over. I just think they're overspending. It sucks. So I know that's my rant of the day, but it's like, dude, how many times I gotta see the same story play out? Oh, well, we have Tomb Raider. We want Tomb Raider to sell 10 million copies. Are you stupid, or like, should I insult you now? Like, are you dumb? Oh, we need Deus Ex to sell 8 million. We need Hitman to sell 6 million. Like, are you dumb? Like, I guess you just are. Maybe the people that just operate these things are stupid. I mean, they are, right? Like, I spent the last week shitting on, fucking, what is it called? Suicide Squad people, but come on, man. Like this is getting ridiculous now. Okay, filling this in. What day is it today? The 27th. Oh, God. Did I skip a week? Maybe. I have no idea. Okay. Come on, bro. Get a grip. Oh, it's Electivire? I thought it was Electrivire this whole time. Okay. Alright. Honestly, we don't even need to go back. What's the next Pokemon we're going to work on? I don't even know. It's just ridiculous now. There's no reason to spend this money. Do I have a Discord? Yep. It's in the, what's the word I'm looking for? So it should be in the description of the video. I could be wrong. But yeah, we have a Discord. Which honestly, I'm going to be real with you. Having a Discord usually seems like a bad idea. I don't know why, but like, or well, I do know why, but you know, a lot of times people say having a Discord's a bad idea. I mean, like, I am cognizant of it. Like, I am just a playthrough channel. So, like, ideally nothing awful happens in it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just delete it if something terrible happens, I guess. It's not a huge deal. The worst case will be that I'll just have a dead link in, like, 1,000 different videos. But whatever. That's life. I think about that sometimes. I won't even lie. Like, sometimes I do think about shit like that. I'm like, having a Discord is actual work, and I'm the only moderator, basically. What do we have to use? Energy Ball, Pedal Dance, and Agile Style, okay? Oh my god, you don't know Pedal Dance already? Are you serious? How do you not know Pedal Dance? What the fuck? You're killing me, bro. Alright, hopefully that was it. Thank you. Let's get rid of Venoshock. Okay. Made a mistake of... Or I made a mistake of selling PC building services through Discord. Yeah, that seems like a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to do, like, long range. I'm not saying you're offering it to me, but, like, I could think, like, selling it, you know, you have to send it out to people and stuff. That's, like, a whole extra layer of, like, things could get, like, fucky. You know what I mean? Like, because who knows? Maybe you get one of those FedEx dudes, they just throw shit, like, I shouldn't laugh. But it is so crazy how little they give a shit. They just take the shit, they're just like, bloop. They just take some dude's package. Dude, my PS5, when it arrived, was fucked up, actually. I think I've told this story before, but my PS5, when it first arrived, when it arrived, I've said this like a bunch of times already. When it finally arrived, it was like, oh my god. It was like wet on the corner. I'm like, bro, did you fucking dip my PS4 in a puddle? Or my PS5 in a puddle? Like, what the fuck? And remember, back in the day, you couldn't even get a PS5. That shit was impossible to find. I was like, dude, did you dip my PS5 in a fucking puddle? I was about to be angry, but it worked. It wasn't soaked through. It was just like the little corner of the box was wet. And luckily, the interior, there was a box inside a box, and then there was the styrofoam to keep it in place. It wasn't even soaked through the first box. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I was like, dude, hello? If this was your PS5, you'd want that shit dry as shit, bro. You would want that shit pristine. Use agile style moves. Oh, we could do Mr. Mime. That would be easy. We could even take a break from this area. Actually, what do we need to do for Miss Magius? Just out of curiosity. Where the fuck is it? There we go. Hex. Agile style, Hex, and Power Gem. There you go. For this, we could actually fight stuff that will fight back. That might actually be better. Get a little more experience. Maybe go fight some enemies up north. Yeah, I don't know. I respect that you're A, knowledgeable enough to do this, and B, like, driven enough to do it. For me, I would just be paranoid the whole time. Some asshole at FedEx is just gonna take it or whatever. You remind me of a streamer I used to watch called RK9, but he disappeared. I feel bad for that. There's definitely a lot of people that, like, back in the day, like, I used to watch, and then one day they just didn't make content anymore. And it's really sad. It's really unfortunate. Like I said, like, I'm from that era of YouTube when people, like, just did it because they liked it. And they just thought it was fun, like, long before people did it for money. Long before anyone even knew what a stream was, or long before anyone even thought, like, I have to do this for a living. Like, you know, that's the era of, like, content creators I grew up watching. And that's the kind that inspired me. It sucks, you know? Now, if real life got in the way, like, that's one thing. I totally understand it, but I don't know. I feel bad when dudes are just like, I didn't get where I wanted to be, so I just left. That does suck, unfortunately. I would be very... I do know that feeling. It's very hard to keep the same dudes around that you watched for, like, 10 years or some shit. Oh, he had health problems? Aw, damn. That sucks. Alright, time to get fucked. That wasn't that bad. Yeah, I feel bad for a lot of people, man. There's a lot of funny people out there that just don't do content. They either don't have the drive, or they just don't see themselves getting anywhere. And I mean, that's fair. I'm not gonna sit here and say you should sit around talking to people, talking to potentially no one for multiple hours. Like, I totally understand if people have better things to do with their lives than potentially talk to no one on a stream for 5 to 6 hours, because I used to do that. Like, especially on those old Final Fantasy XIV streams, bro. It was literally just me. just ranting about some random shit, and maybe one person would show up. So I understand that feeling, but there's a lot of people out there that could be, you know, do good stuff. It's a shame. Now you're making me nostalgic. It's not your fault, it's just I'm a nostalgic person by default. Okay. Plus, we're not really, you know, we're playing this game. Nothing's really gonna happen anyway. I definitely have to finish this before the next Pokemon game comes out, right? So we have, like, what, a year? Maybe a year and a half before the next Legends game? I definitely need to be done by then. I need to have this shit finished. But I mean, at the rate we're going, we'll be finished before the end of this year. If we do 3 Pokemon a stream, which may or may not be totally doable every week, right? Like, you know, and you never know. We could definitely be done. Now, what is this Pokemon Lumiose game going to be about? I have no idea. if Lumio City is going to be, like, gigantic and as shit, you know, like, it's going to be, like, Assassin's Creed levels of huge, that could be something. I don't know if that's what they're going to do, right? I'm going to wait, give them the benefit of the doubt. I am going to be a little bit disappointed that you can't leave the actual city, though. That's kind of whatever. That, to me, is a swing and a miss. Missed opportunity to have, like, a lot of exploration and shit. Again, it just feels like they're just not ready for a full-on open-world game, still. Like, you have Starfield that, in my opinion, like I said, was too big. Right? Like, Starfield's biggest problem to me is that it's too big. It's got too much stuff going on. Zelda Ocarina of Time on Switch, not subscription-based? Yeah. Or even better, why don't we get Zelda Ocarina of Time, the 3DS remake, ported to the Switch? Like, they literally remade the game and changed everything about it. Like, why wouldn't they put that on, you know? I just don't like subscription. I'd rather just fucking buy it for like $7 and just, that's it, I own it. Can't have that. Luckily, I didn't have to do a Metroid Prime, so I kind of lucked out. Metroid stands have been eating wonderfully as of late. Life is good, my friends. Good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not like the biggest Ocarina of Time fan. Like, I just think that subscriptions are not fun. You have Hex? Oh my god. That's crazy, actually. I wonder if they can learn it in the real games, yeah. They literally remade Majora and Ocarina, and you cannot play those versions anywhere. You can't even buy them unless you find them physically. What happened? Oh, my inventory's full. Okay. Standard subscription doesn't come with anything, it comes with NES. Yeah, like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, like, actually, yeah, like, the Wii U had it in spades. The Wii U was seriously, like, the best virtual console ever. That shit played everything except GameCube games. They never put it on there for some reason. Now, obviously, that was, like, one of the big draws of the Wii U, was, like, it was a perfect console to play, like, a bunch of different games on. But by fuck if it didn't do that really well, man. That shit was awesome. Yeah, like, I mean, luckily there's not a lot of NES games I want to play anyway. Like, I guess the only ones I want to play maybe are, like, Mario 3. That's just not an era of games I'm either A, familiar with, or B, really into, so. You know, made it seem like it was an accessory. But, yeah, the whole problem was that they gave it a bad name, right? Like, so first of all, like, people who don't spend their entire lives, you know, researching games and keeping up to date on the news, they even know that there was a new console. Secondly, they didn't have third-party, which, in my opinion, is whatever. Like, I could take or leave third-party games half the time. If I'm on a Nintendo console, it's for the Nintendo games. Even on the Switch, I don't play third-party games. And to me, portability just doesn't mean anything. I actually don't like that the Switch is portable anyway. But yeah. No worries, Ash. You have a good one. But yeah, I don't know. What a shame. What a shame they had such a killer console with such a good idea. Let's have a virtual console that has like 80% of the games we've ever put out, and then the other ones are available on the 3DS, and then they just killed it all for the Switch, and they're just like, yeah, you can just subscribe to Nintendo Online. And I mean, like, yeah, Nintendo Online's good, like, I use it for Pokemon and stuff, but, like, do I really want to sit around and fucking pay $20 on, you know, a year, or, you know, 50, whatever the expansion pack is, especially. Do I really want to pay that for fucking, you know, to play old games? It's cool they made them have online, but I would just rather pay the one-time fee. Just call it a day. One guy I watched, 1F Jeff, has not done anything in 7 years, but I still watch one of his vids every year. There's a Let's Play of Silent Storm and OBS or something goes wrong, so he makes what? Steam Deck's pretty fire, free online, no subscriptions in every game. Yeah. Like, I understand that appeal for sure. It's just like, I just want to play the game. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing, Biff. I wonder if any of the people I used to watch still have their playthroughs up from way back in the day. I guess I should look after this. And if they are, I should save them in case they ever disappear. Because some of those playthroughs, man, like, legitimately were, like, formulaic for me doing what I would eventually do. And that's why I respect the shit out of those people. The only one that's still around that I used to watch was Vash. Vash still uploads. I just don't watch his stuff anymore because I do my own stuff. But I remember watching Vash 12349 ages ago. Like, I'm talking, like, legitimately ages ago. Like, I was in 7th grade, I think, when the big YouTube playthrough buzz was happening. And I was like, dude, I want to do this. This looks like fun as fuck. And I remember at one point Vash was saying, like, oh, well, I record it to tapes. And then I ripped the tapes out of a DVD player. I forget what he said. He, like, burned it to a DVD. But before OBS and, like, the Elgatos and everything, like, took off, bro, we were suffering. Doing a playthrough was hard, bro. You have to burn fucking DVDs. You have to have splitters running all over the place, right? So that way you don't have, like, delay on your capture software. Yeah, I had to put up with delay forever. It wasn't until 2014 I got a TV. That's actually no, that's a lie. I started using a separate monitor in like 2012, I think. Something like that. It was a long time ago. And yeah, at that point I was like, oh, I'm gonna use a second monitor. I never watched Smosh. No, sorry. A lot of those big YouTubers I never watched. Unfortunately, I was never really big into a lot of those big YouTubers. One of Jeff's Mass Effect 1 class descriptions were so funny, I still use them today. I miss those days. Now you're making me really nostalgic. Back when, like, the sky was the limit, so much potential for games, and then just one day you wake up and it's like, we're arguing over, like, how much real-world damage is done by Lara Croft having tits. What a disaster. Back when we all used to laugh at Mass Effect, or I'm sorry, we all used to laugh at that Fox News segment on Mass Effect. Complete, like, what's the word I'm calling? Like, not chain jerking. Just complete stupidity. And then you fast forward and that's like everything, and people take these idiots seriously. It's ridiculous. I miss that. Like I said, that golden era of YouTube, 2010 to like 2014, truly nothing like it, and will never happen again. It was a flash in the pan. You're lucky if any of that stuff even still exists, right? Like the primitive days of YouTube were, in my opinion, some of the best too. Just back when it was a bunch of idiots that just didn't know what they were doing. I use idiots in a very lighthearted way. Like, just a bunch of dudes just fucking around. Just like, yeah, I record it and people post it, you know, people talk to me on my videos. And nowadays, it just doesn't happen anymore. I don't know, I like the experience of doing it. If I didn't, I could just stop at any time. It's one of the few things I think that has not changed in my life, actually, over the last several years, is making playthroughs. It's one of the few, like, constants of my life that did not either fall to shit or just completely fall out of my interest. So, I mean, to that end, like, that's why I still like it. We have to defeat more Mistrevises or Mismagiuses anyway, so that's gonna be fun. That'll be quick, but it's gonna be fun, I guess. Just use Sneasel. Actually, this game is probably the best way to get Mismagiuses for BDSP. I think I already said that too, like a long time ago. Alright, we have to use 17 more power gems, if you can believe it. We're nowhere near done. Yeah, a lot of these, like, final evolution Pokemon have really ridiculous requirements. Like you have to use a lot of moves over and over, again and again with them. Oh, dude, wait, hold on. What time is it? Nah, no way we've already been here an hour. That's so insane. It's actually kind of crazy. Well, I guess we're not going to make a ton of progress today, but that's fine. Even if we don't. We got our Magnemite. We just have to do that 5 more times over the course of a year. Which, obviously, you could do it 5 times in the course of 200 minutes, so... Maybe a little bit more than 200 minutes, I guess. Back when YouTube had 5 stars instead of thumbs up, thumbs down. Back when they let you even see the thumbs down. And they changed it. It's such bullshit. So ridiculous. Back when YouTube also had live sub counts as well. Alright, I gotta put this thing back. It's just completely in the way. Alright, we'll probably go like another couple of minutes. Like I said, I'm a little tired myself, so I'm just gonna chill. Probably gonna get something to eat, relax, edit, render some videos, and then just clock out. But, you know, I do appreciate everyone stopping by today as usual, especially for an Arceus stream of all things. Thank you very much as always. You know how it is. I do appreciate it. Ooh. Tentacool? Yes. I do appreciate it as always. You know how it is. And we did get Electivire. I've always said Electivire. Electivire was done today, so that's pretty good. That's good prog. We need more Pokemon weak to rock. Or, where's the Mothins? Yeah, where's the Mothins? Back when Machinima was good, like Chuck Norris in a... Oh my god. Back when you could make a Chuck Norris joke and it wasn't the most dated thing possible that you could say on the internet. Yeah, back when Machinima had, like, absolute bangers, and, like, everything they put out was, like, gold. And they became such a good brand, and now they don't even exist. Yeah, no, I remember that. Back when quick-scoping montages were, like, the biggest thing you could put on your channel. Because everyone used to watch Call of Duty footage, and people would just be like, wow, look at him quick-scope! And literally inspired a whole generation of motherfuckers to never snipe normally again. Yeah, I remember those days. And then if you do snipe normally, people get mad at you. Like, you're supposed to just fucking zoom in, zoom out. Like, as if that makes any amount of fucking sense. And they just never patched it out of Call of Duty. It's so fucking dumb. I hate that shit. They never patched it out of Call of Duty, ever. So you have a whole generation of people fucking running around quickscoping. They got rid of everything else in Call of Duty. Hilarious. They got rid of everything else in Call of Duty that was fun, except for quickscoping. Like, I personally just like to blow people up. I thought that was fun. Nowadays, every campaign or every multiplayer game is such a fucking sweat fest. It's just annoying. It's like there's no one dicks around, no one does stupid shit just for the hell of it. Like, everything is such a sweat fest. Like, I don't know. That's why I just don't really have fun with it anymore. have a whole series of playing Battlefield 4 and just doing stupid shit just because you can. Using all kinds of weird, dumb weapons and stuff. I remember, that's not a 10-year-old series. Battlefield 4 is now a 10-and-a-half-year-old game. That was like an October 2013 release. That's what I mean, I missed that. And they never made a Battlefield like that again. Okay. Yeah, I am a little annoyed at that, by the way. Yeah, I am. I'm also a little annoyed I lost all my multiplayer progress for fucking... what's it called? For Hardline, because they stupidly tie your fucking progress to an email address as opposed to your PlayStation account. Why the fuck? How does that make any fucking sense? Lost all of it. So now I'm definitely never playing that game again. Because I had a wrong email address tied to my PlayStation account. Because I made my PlayStation account just one day randomly out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh, I'll just change the email address. And they're like, oh, if you do that, you'll lose access to your rewards or your progress. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? And then afterwards I was like, oh my god, are you serious? Like, you just lose all of your multiplayer progression? It's tied to an email? Yeah. That's a thing that they did. They said your multiplayer progress is tied to an email. So if you ever change your email on your Sony account, you lose all your multiplayer progress forever. And you might say, why would they do that? And I would say, yeah, why the fuck did they do that? Alright, well now we don't have to nerf ourselves anymore. Alright, Power Gem and Hex. How many times do we use Hex? Only 11? Bro, I feel like we've used Hex more than that. Oh, whatever. That's ridiculous. What the fuck happens if the email server goes bust? Well, luckily that's not a thing. It's that you have to sign in using your email account, right? So like your email is basically your passcode to your progression. The minute that you change your email, they don't even say like, oh well what's your what email do you want to replace it? Yeah, like what if you, I guess what Biff is trying to say is, what if you tied it to like a work email? First of all, never tie anything you make to a work email, right? Like work emails are for work emails. Make a Gmail, tie all of your there's 3 different email addresses you should have, okay? You should have your business email, right? Which should be, something you could readily say, here's my business information, blah, 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 whatever. Your gaming, your entertainment, your Netflix, your Domino's, that should be another email address, right? Depending on how public you want to make your stuff, you could tie that to everything else. You could tie those 2 together if you want. I would like to keep them separate if I were to do it again. That's just me. Your final email should be your fuck around email, right? If you're like talking with people on the internet, or if you're signing up for saucy things, right? You need a dummy email in case you just have to give an email for something to get what you want, right? Like you should have like basically a dummy email that won't matter if it gets spammed 100 times over. Who cares, right? But yeah, no, you're right. What happens if you lose your email? Well, congrats, you lose your progression. I guess they figured it wouldn't be a problem because they knew that they weren't going to support Hardline very long anyway. So, and to their not credit, they were correct. They just said, whatever. Visceral did a great job, and then they just shit-canned Visceral as usual again. And they never stopped. I mean, they literally never stopped, right? Like, I know that, like, one dude from Visceral, when I think it was last Valentine's Day, right? The EA Twitter account posted a meme. They were like, oh, she's a 10, but she likes single-player games. And then EA was, some guy from Visceral was like, yeah, I remember the time when you shit-canned my whole studio for no reason. Good times. Was it just Hardline? To my knowledge, yes. But it might be the other Battlefield games as well. Now remember, those other ones I played on 360, my 360 email has always been the same, I think, to my knowledge, maybe. I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, nowadays, they don't do that anymore. But back then, they did. It's like, why the fuck would you do that? You over here legit losing, like, hours upon hours of playtime. Luckily, I got the Platinum Trophy for Hardline. I got it pretty readily, right? But I enjoyed playing that. I enjoyed playing that and Op Locker and Locker Metro. And now I can never play either of those again. I love playing Locker Metro. That was genuinely fun as fuck. It's a shame that now we're in the streaming era and I can't do it. Sucks. Now we're finally in the era. I could boot up, I could get a server, Locker Metro 24/7, max tickets, I don't care what you use, have fun. And we're in the era where I could just stream it for like 5 hours a day. Nope. Gone. Can't do that. No cross progression. Because why? Because they want you to buy the new game. If they cared, they would have cross progression in Battlefield. They added cross progression for Rainbow Six. They just want you to buy it 50 times and then buy a fucking unlock pack, and I'm not buying an unlock pack. That's fucking stupid. Put cross progression in your game like every fucking one else. It's dumb. They're intentionally doing it to try to drum up fucking sales and microtransactions. I'm not doing that. Go to hell. I would have just bought the fucker for like Xbox or PC. And I would just stream Battlefield 5 or Battlefield 4. But that never happened either, so oh well. I mean, it kind of worked out because I kind of went back to being a single-player kind of gamer. But, you know, sometimes I do get that urge to, like, just play some Battlefield, just shoot people, and it just doesn't, you just can't do it anymore. It's just, I don't have Xbox Live. They made the most arbitrary fucking progression system that is tied to one console, and you can never do anything unless you upgrade to the next console. Like, it sucks. I would have bought that game for $60 again if I could have cross progression. Yeah, whatever. Who knows? The servers could be dead for all I know at this point. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait. That's why I'm looking at X Defiant. I don't know what's going to happen with it. I'm looking at it and hoping that it'll be decent, but I don't know. I can't promise anything because I don't really know anything. Because X Defiant's launch date has kind of been pushed off into oblivion. So, Alright, well my headset's going to die soon. So don't count on me being around for much longer. In fact, maybe we should call it. I don't think we're going to get our space-time distortion, unfortunately. That's why this challenge in particular really sucks. It's going to be one of the worst ones in the game. Probably, it theoretically isn't worse than Kranitos, but it kind of ends up being worse than Kranitos, because even Kranitos and Shieldon are kind of like... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, back-to-back? Like, at least this, you know, within 5 space-time distortions, you're gonna get it. That could be anywhere from 30 minutes... Well, not really, because you have to run around in each of them, but you get my point. It could be anywhere from 30 minutes of waiting to 4 hours and more of waiting, so... Sometime I'll get you to try War Thunder. It's cross-platform. I don't know. It is, every time I see any amount of gameplay for it, it just doesn't look like the kind of game I would like. Again, I won't totally, like, destroy it, but I will say, like, it doesn't seem like the kind of game I would enjoy. Alright. So Miss Magius is basically near done. Let's just go back to the village. I've had enough for one day anyway. I'm kind of tired. Yeah, I mean, like, I think about that sometimes. All these games I would play if they still existed. Because Locker Metro just never got tiring. I love playing that every fucking weekend with Surgster and Paladin. That was, like, one of the highlights of my fucking week. Energy Ball. Hiya. Alright, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you all for showing up. Thanks, Ash. Thanks, the Universal Republic. Thanks, Viff. Thanks to everyone who showed up. Thanks, Sorrow. Much appreciated. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Tomorrow I'm finishing Tears of the Kingdom. Wish me luck. Do I see Arcade Battle? Most YouTubers play the Simulation Light version. For what? What do you mean? For War Thunder? Oh, no, I mean like ads. You know people run ads in their shit like Raid Shadow Legends, War Thunder, World of Tanks, World of Battleships, or whatever. Yeah, I've only seen a very limited amount of footage. I don't know, maybe I should play more BattleBit. BattleBit might be a lot of fun. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. Alright, folks. Much appreciated. I'm going to go chill. I know this wasn't the longest stream ever, but we did play a good amount, and I do appreciate it. Alright. Thank you all. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I will see you all later. I'm going to go rest my voice and just chill for a bit. Alright. Peace. Oh, wait. I didn't go to the outro screen. Maybe we're all alone out here. Oh.